After a month long of activities, the Wildlife Conservation Society, in collaboration with its stakeholders, held its third annual Fisher of the Year award ceremony, which culminated activities that recognized the growing industry in Belize. 3 fishers from Belize City, as well as Chunox and Sarteneja in Corozal, were honored at the ceremony today. Leobihildo Tamai from Sarteneja came out on top.
So we had 3 fishers recognized today, 2 of them being recognized as outstanding fishers. That is Mr. Eliodoro Martinez Junior from Chunox village, as well as Mr. Fairweather from Belize City. And our Fisher of the Year was Mr. Leobihildo Tamai from Sarteneja. And one of the important things for us to recognize is that all 3 of these men have one thing in common. They have all chosen to be leaders within their fishing community. So you'll see that most of them sit on the boards for a lot of NGOs, as well as represent their fishers as leaders of associations and the Federation of Fishers as well. And a lot of them also sit on the cooperatives for the fishing communities.
The men actively voiced the concerns of their respective fisher folks to ensure that when management decisions are made, fishers are taken into account while ensuring the sustainability of the fishing sector. While 2 of the awardees were out at sea, Eliodoro Martinez Junior was on hand to receive his award. A fisherman for over 14 years, he says that his love of the sea is the driving force behind his work with the fishing community.
As you heard before, I was a teacher and a marine park warden, but I really love the sea and I went into fishing, and all this work that I have been done, well, it's on benefit of my fisher folks. What the work we're doing is to make fishing sustainable for the future, for our children, for our grandchildren, for the future generations.
Held under the theme, Fisheries Contributing to Food Security in a Changing Climate, the event speaks to the progress of the local sector. The industry contributes roughly 3% to the GDP and is the 4th export foreign exchange income earner. It also provides direct benefits to 4.2% of our national population.
Belize is actually one of the few countries in the world that have actually realized some of the international targets that are set out by some of these global conventions. And one of the important ones that concerns us and most states with marine territory is that states are actually obligated to now declare 20% of their territorial areas as protected, or they say protected/managed areas, and we have surpassed that. We've actually surpassed that since 2015 with the expansion of the Hulchan Marine Reserve. Belize is the only country in the world that have actually rolled out a 10-year system for access for fishers across its entire territorial waters. There are countries that have implemented the rights-based approach, but to particular fisheries, to localized areas, but we have been successful in rolling it out across our entire fisheries and across our entire territorial waters.
According to Fisheries Administrator Beverly Wade, Belize has been doing some trailblazing work, and it is recognized regionally and internationally. While conch and lobster are the main exported fisheries products, the industry is tapping into other markets. Currently, live lobsters are exported to Hong Kong.
We were a significant exporter of finfish to the Caribbean in I would say the 60s, 70s, 80s, and that had dwindled over the years. And we have now been very much active in the exportation of finfish back now into the Caribbean, and we're looking at expanding those markets also to the US, which is a good market for fresh finfish, and some of the other countries. But one of the most significant things that has happened to us with the markets is that we have been working along with our producers and with the fishermen to look at how we could now influence the value chain and the supply chain to create some efficiencies and to look at how we could add value to the product that we're already exporting.
Duane, Moody for News 5.